Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? It's your man Gamecock Chuck back at it again with another video. This is my week 4 prediction and preview of the South Carolina Gamecocks as they take on Kentucky in week 4 of the college football season. Before I get started any further in this video, I need you to help me out. I need you to like this video, comment on this video with anything that, any comments you have or any suggestions you may have for any content. Like I said, I am a Gamecock content creator, and I try to put out content at least once, maybe twice a week. If you haven't already subscribed, I appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification button. That way you get notified of any content that I put out there. For all the people that are already subscribed, I appreciate your love and support. Without any further ado, let's get into this preview. You know, this week, South Carolina's back home at Williams-Brice Stadium to take on the Kentucky Wildcats. They're coming into town after a disappointing, or South Carolina's back home after a disappointing loss at the hands of Georgia. You know, we did some good things down there in Athens. The defense played pretty good as far as the D-line and the linebackers. It was some good hard-nosed football played. You know, they played pretty hard the whole game. Nothing else you can really say about the defense from an offensive standpoint. You know, it's kind of lackluster to say the least. But we did manage to score on Georgia's defense, which says a lot for this team. But this week we're going to focus on Kentucky. Right now, you know, Kentucky is giving up 5 to South Carolina at home. South Carolina's at home, and they're getting 5 points in this matchup. I really don't understand the lines. I figured it'd move a lot more since South Carolina was getting 5. I figured Vegas would move the needle a little bit to more of a toss-up, kind of maybe Gamecocks favorite. I don't know. But, you know, it is where it is, and they're going to get ready to play the game. They've been practicing hard all week. So, according to the ESPN Football Power Index, South Carolina has a 56% chance of winning the game. But, that's just what they think. But, you never know. When I look at this matchup, when I look at Kentucky and I break them down, they got a quarterback with a big arm, can extend the play with his legs. He's got a good touch on the deep ball. And quarterback Will Levis, he's a Penn State transfer. During his time at Penn State, he did some mop-up duty for Sean Clifford. Got in some games, did some good things up there in Penn State. Now he's at Kentucky. So, he is like I said, he is a very talented quarterback that can hurt you with the deep ball. He can hurt you with his legs. The one thing I've read or I've heard is that if he gets rattled or gets pressure on him, he can make mistakes. He can panic a little bit and make the wrong decision. So that gives hope for our defensive line right there going forward. Outside of him, they got a wide receiver that transferred back home. He's from the state of Kentucky. He went out to Nebraska for a couple seasons and did his thing out there. And then now he's got back closer to home and transferred to Kentucky. He's a real good receiver, explosive. They can get the ball to him in many facets of the game, either jet sweeps, deep balls, slants, whatever. He played the slot, inside out, whatever. He's just a versatile wide receiver that can hurt you downfield. As far as the running back, they have a running back in Chris Rodriguez. He's a very hard-nosed, tough runner that can get his yards. So, we got to be able to control that. On the defensive side of the ball, their secondary is probably, I would guess, to say that is their strong suit. They are a very seasoned and experienced back end of the defense, cornerbacks and safeties. Most of them are seniors, so they've been there. They've been in the trenches. They played games, SEC games. So, they got the experience. But outside of that, they have a linebacker that also transferred in from Ole Miss. So, outside of that, the D-line is, I haven't heard a lot about them. So, from what I've heard and what I've read and stuff, they don't really get they haven't been able to get a whole lot of pressure on the opposing quarterback. So, hopefully that's something that, if our offensive line can play well, that can help us out. But looking at that, looking at South Carolina, Shane Beamer said yesterday that Luke Doty is the starting quarterback this week going forward. He's practiced since they got back from Georgia. He feels good. He's doing everything he's supposed to do. Looks good out there, so he'll be the starting quarterback this Saturday night. As far as the running back, I believe it's probably going to be Marshawn Lloyd will probably get the start. Looking forward to seeing if we can get our running game going. And, a lot of that depends on the offensive line. If we can play better than we did here recently, if our offensive line can do what they're supposed to do, which has been a real frustrating thing to watch. A veteran offensive line not being able to do what they're supposed to do right. It's been real frustrating from a standpoint. But hopefully this Saturday against a struggling Kentucky defensive front, maybe they can play better and create some holes for Marshawn Lloyd and Kevin Harris and Zaquandre White, Juju, whoever gets in there and gets touches on the ball. Hopefully we can get our running game going this week. As far as wide receiver, hey, we got a good one emerging in Josh Vann. He's actually started to shine. He started to do what everybody expected him to do when he committed to South Carolina and showed up. He's a real he has a real nose for finding the football when it's up in the air, so he can go get it. He can go get it anywhere. So, it's good to see that we finally got a wide receiver emerging. Behind him, we got Jalen Brooks. He's come on here lately. And he's had a little bit of misfortune, drop passes, overthrown, whatever. But, I feel that his confidence is starting to come around and he's starting to show, what he's capable of. Defense, like I said, I really have no concern too much. Well, I can't really say I ain't got no concern. The defense, I think we're solid up front. Linebacker, Sherrod Green getting injured last week at Georgia kind of hurt us there. We got to have some players step up. It's like next man up mentality. So it's time for Damani Staley and Debo Williams and all them guys that's in the linebacker room to step up and pick up the slack and get us looking solid at the linebacker position. As far as the DBs and cornerbacks, after watching that Georgia game and rewatching it, I know Georgia's a very talented team, but we can't get complacent out there, not getting lined up pre-snap. We got to make sure we got all the communications in and where we need to be and lined up properly. We can't get burnt like we did in that Georgia game. So secondary, we need to tighten it up. Hopefully Torian Gray, this week can get them get that little situation figured out and straightened out, and we can compete and shut down these Kentucky receivers. But outside of that, when I look at this game, if you watch my preview for the year, my yearly schedule preview that I did for the Gamecocks this year and predictions that I made for each individual game in the preseason, I had Kentucky winning this game before the season actually started, and through 3 games, kind of my opinion of Kentucky's actually kind of swayed some in the opposite direction. I don't feel as confident this week in saying that Kentucky can beat South Carolina, but at the same time, watching South Carolina's offensive line play, I'm not very confident that I can say that South Carolina can win this game. To me, it's more of a toss-up game. Who can take advantage of situations? Who can get their run game going? Not turn into a one-dimensional team. I think that's a key factor to it. For Kentucky, they got to spread the ball around, get their running game going. Can't get, Will Levis can't get into some bad situations and turn the ball over in order for Kentucky to come in here and get this win. For South Carolina, for the key for them to get victory is basically it's going to start up front in the offensive line. They cannot let the defense of Kentucky get into the backfield and live in the backfield of South Carolina and disrupt the play, get sacks, negative plays. They cannot do that. South Carolina's offensive line needs to dominate this game. I think that's where it starts. If we can dominate the game, the defensive line up front, if we can dominate them and get push and open up holes for Kevin Harris, Marshawn Lloyd, all them guys in the backfield, I feel we can get our run game going, and that will open up explosive plays for Josh Mann. If not, then we're going to have to lean on Josh Mann to make explosive plays on his own, basically, because if the run game's not clicking, they're just going to load the box and just commit to just stopping the run. So, and, coming into this game, Kentucky's won 6 out of the last 7 matchups against the Gamecocks. Last time South Carolina beat Kentucky was in 2019, sorry. Got my years mixed up. 2019 was the last time South Carolina won. So it's going to be an interesting game, to say the least. But, just going off by what I see and how I feel the teams are playing at this point, my prediction for this game is 31-28, and South Carolina should be able to pull out the victory in this game. It's going to be a close one, but I got faith in Coach Beamer and the direction he's got our program going in. And, that's my prediction. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you think I'm right on, if you think I'm off base a lot, if whatever, it doesn't matter. Hey, just comment below. Let me know your thoughts. Be respectful. I'm respectful to you. Just let me know what you think. Also, like this video. Subscribe to my channel if you ain't already subscribed. And hit the notification button. Until next time, this is your boy Gamecock Chuck. Go Gamecocks. Go Coach Beamer. Let's go, baby. I'm out.